Section 3. University Counselling Session. You will hear a student talking about her problems with a counsellor. Before you listen, you have 30 seconds to read questions 21 to 26.
So, Rachel, how have things been going?
All right, I suppose.
Are you ready for your presentation tomorrow?
I think so.
Great. What about the rest of the study plan we made? Have you been sticking to it?
Well, that's why I came back to you. I did manage to get everything done for my presentation, but now I'm way behind with my other assignments, and I'm starting to panic.
You've got the 3,000-word essay for criminal law, haven't you? And one on taxation?
That's right.
What seems to be preventing you from doing them?
My own indecision is one factor. You see, we were given 2 choices for the criminal law essay, and I seem to change my mind daily about which one to do. I remember in our last session that you said I might be using procrastination to obscure some other inadequacy, perhaps not understanding the legal topic as well as I ought to. If I get a low mark, I can just say, well, I did that essay in such a rush, instead of admitting that I don't have a grasp of the subject. Intellectually, I understand what you've told me, but I'm afraid it hasn't made a difference to my starting the essay. Another thing that's affecting me is the demands of other people.
Like what?
Take my flatmate, Teresa, who's a nursing student. We've been sharing a flat for over a year, and we used to get along really well. But recently, she's been pestering me to help her with her assignments.
You might suggest your flatmate get help from her college with her studies.
I've done that, and she claims she's been going to the Student Learning Centre on campus. Meantime, if I don't help her at home, she calls me selfish or arrogant or unfriendly, and then starts sulking. The atmosphere in our place is poisonous. What can I do about my boss? Last week I worked 12 hours overtime. I'm exhausted. I felt obliged to accept the work because right now he's making decisions about who to keep on over the summer, and if I turn down extra shifts, he may not consider me. I certainly can't afford to lose my summer job.
Remember, Rachel, your goals and priorities. Is your long-term goal to work in a supermarket or to be a lawyer?
Of course, to be a lawyer. I know I've got to concentrate on that. As I think I've said, I can see everything clearly when I'm here in the office with you, but I waver as soon as I leave.
Before you listen to the rest of the conversation, you have 30 seconds to read questions 27 to 30.
You wanted to talk about your ex-boyfriend, Dan.
Yes, Dan. I know we went through all this in the last session as well, but he's been bugging me again.
What does he want?
To get back together.
Do you want that?
Yes. No. I mean, I ended the relationship. Dan's a great person, and I'll always think of him fondly. But we somehow brought out the worst in each other.
All right. Keep Dan at a distance while you focus on your studies. Politely tell him that you want to remain apart. Let's make another study plan now, with your starting work on your 3,000-word essay tomorrow. That's due on the 9th, isn't it?
Yes, just 10 days away. I can't possibly do it by then. Even if I settle on a topic, the reading list is as long as my arm. And I've another confession to make. I've barely attended a single tutorial for that course, so I don't even understand the basics. With the state I'm in, I won't be able to absorb any of the complex arguments, let alone critique them. Really, my situation's awful. Do you think I could get an extension?
Rachel, your situation is difficult, not awful. And all of these things we can solve. Remember, reduce contact with people who don't help you, and reduce your hours at the supermarket. Focus on your essays and your future goal.
You now have 30 seconds to check your answers. That is the end of section 3.